We get in there for 4 damage. No, okay, we get over for 2. I think we have lethal still. Right, because they get an additional token here. Wow. That was close! Wow, unless they can gain life here somehow. Hola! Welcome back, and thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're playing with Relic Robber version 3.0. This is a deck that I had before Kaldheim, revolving around the Relic Robber, and a lot of really cool Izzet blue-red based interaction to help it get those attacks in consistently. We have some amazing upgrades for the deck within Kaldheim, and it's performing better than I could have ever hoped for. Let's get into it. Of course, Maya is in studio making a racket as always. I feel like as soon as I start talking, she jumps right on her wheel. She's like, "You're filming? I want to film." We had a couple really cool suggestions. Someone says we need an odometer on the wheel. Absolutely. And we also need a speedometer, and we're gonna start setting some lap times on the cat wheel. With that being said, if you do find any value within today's video, it would mean the world to both myself and Maya if you would like the video, right? Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content. We're always having a great time. We have a 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize monthly tournaments, brawl and artisan formats, 100 one-on-one coaching sessions with myself with a little bit of cash that you can get in on as well. There's a lot going on. You can find links to all of my goodies and Maya's goodies in our link tree, and that will be basically like a table of context or a directory of my current goodies. So all of the up-to-date stuff is going to be available to you on the link tree. Now let's get into the video. Are you gonna let us talk for a little bit, Maya? Are you gonna hold off? She's not speaking to me, I guess. Giving me the cold shoulder. And now she looks back like, yeah. All right. Anyways, without distracting you guys too much, let's break down the upgrades. And then if you're unfamiliar with the deck, we'll fill in the final pieces. Goldspan Dragon. You know, how can you go with red in your deck and not include this card right now? This is an absolute meta breaker. We see it in all of the top decks that incorporate red within it. A 4/4 with flying and haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. This is really quite interesting because it can be a spell we control and a spell our opponents control, which will really make a lot of interesting playlines accessible to us that typically would not be. We also are running 2 copies of Dual Strike. This is an instant speed spell for 2 red mana. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Better than all of this, we can foretell it and play it later on for just a single red mana at instant speed, which is a little bit aggressive. 4 copies of Frostbite. This is a 1 converted mana cost snow instant, dealing 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If we control 3 or more snow permanents, in this case only lands, it will deal 3 damage to that permanent creature instead, or planeswalker, which is really, really nice. 3 damage to creature or planeswalker for 1 mana is amazing. We also have 2 copies of Depart the Realm, a new converted, a new blue card from Kaldheim with 2 mana at instant speed, returning target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. We can foretell this as well, similar to Dual Strike, casting it for 1 mana, which is really nice. And again, it has very high synergy with Dual Strike, which much of our deck does. That's all we have for new cards, other than the 4 copies of Faceless Haven, in which we can tap to add colorless mana to our pool. But furthermore, we can pay 3 snow mana, creating the Haven into be a 4/3 creature of every type, which is pretty cool with Vigilance. So we can get that attack and we can still spend the mana when our turn ends, or on our next turn, of course. or I should say our opponent's turn, which is really cool. So that's what's new. Filling around the edges, like I said, the deck revolves around Relic Robber, a 2/2 with haste, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless Goblin Construct artifact creature token. With this creature can't block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. This is quite nice. Most of the deck will revolve around ensuring that the Relic Robber can get its attacks through, so we do get those constructs starting to add up on our opponent's side of the field. Speaking of things to ensure that we're getting damage through, one of the most powerful is the Royal Scions, because we can use the second plus ability. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample until the end of turn, to not only keep the robber alive through the first strike, but ensure that we get combat damage in on our opponent to create the construct as well through trample. Of course, the Scions can also +1 to draw a card and then discard a card, and -8 to draw 4 cards, and when you do, the Scions will deal damage to target to the number of cards in our hand, which is pretty cool. Typically, we'll just hit our opponents with the -8 because we actually can get there, which is really cool. And that's why I bring up the Scions as a way to increase the damage output of the Relic Robber first, because I find it is the most important, because not only does it do the job for us, but it also has residual value that it's building towards, which is really nice. We have 4 copies of our Bonecrusher Giant. Stomp for 2 at instant speed. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. The Bonecrusher Giant for 3 mana is a 4/3. When it's the target of a spell, it will deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Brazen Borrower, a 3/1 with flash and flying, can only block other creatures with flying. Petty Theft at instant speed as the adventure for 2 mana. Return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. An amazing tempo play. Both of these spells can be cast on our opponent's end step on turn 2. We have 2 mana in play. We don't play anything. We hold up. Our opponent plays a creature. We bounce it. We hit it with Stomp, and that will allow us to untap our mana, play the 3rd land, hit with the Relic Robber. That's the general idea. We have more things than this, though. We're talking about 3 copies of Fire Prophecy, instant speed. Fire Prophecy deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand onto the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. 3 copies of the Royal Scions means, we don't need that, so we can toss extras to the bottom, hoping to draw something more relevant. Again, it will destroy a creature at instant speed on our opponent's end step, turn 2, allowing us to untap 3 mana. Relic Robber gets the hit in successfully. The same goes for Depart the Realm. We talked about that earlier. The same goes for Frostbite. The same goes for Into the Roil at instant speed. Kicker for an additional 2. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If it was kicked, draw a card. Into the Roil and Depart the Realm are really quite nice because we can use it as a tempo play to bounce our opponent's permanents back, allowing our attack lanes to open up for the Relic Robber. But we can also bounce our own dragon, converting more mana for ourselves while protecting it, which is really, really quite cool. That is the whole list, though. Of course, we do have 7 islands, 7 mountains, and 4 pathways to fill out the whole ordeal. 2.3 average converted mana cost, 22 creatures and 16 non-creatures, 22 lands to bring up a quite aggro-oriented deck. We do see a lot of Izzet tempo going around right now, and this does borderline, but it really goes quite more towards the aggro variants that you could play. We do have all of the bounce, we have all of the removal, but what we have is more damage than the typical tempo decks will put out, which makes it a very fun deck to play. You're going to upset your opponent with a turn 2 bounce or removal, get that Relic Robber in, and then next turn he's got trample, or you open the lanes up again. More damage, more damage, more damage. All of your creatures have haste or flash, plus the dragon can create even more mana for us. We can lay in with Faceless Haven as well. Robber of the Rich is drawing cards from our opponent. Fervent Champion is a knight. Those both will help the Faceless Haven because it is a knight. It is a rogue as well. So that's quite nice. With that all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention, whether this is your first video or you've been part of the Wolf Gang now for a while. Wolf Gang! Thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. Financially, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, our Amazon link, Grey Viking Games. You can get Magic the Gathering Arena codes from that. Make sure to download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant as well. All of the in-game analysis you could ever need, from metagame, statistics, collection information, the ladder. You can also get other media to watch and learn about as well. My favorite function is the Deck Advisor, which will recommend you as a beginner a deck to play based on your current collection. Missing wildcards? Not missing wildcards, right? So it will really help you keep the game fresh while you play. Of course, I also have my free-to-play playlist, which I really recommend you check out. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You're amazing people. Big woofs to you all. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. I think we went 6-1 in Mythic, tearing it up. Enjoy. It's on me, and I'll see you in just a few. All right, you guys. Going first. We made a bunch more decks. A few of them didn't work. I think I've settled on upgrading one of my older decks with call time cards, which is always fun. Try to rebalance my camera. And we're off to the races. Can we get that third land? That's gonna be the goal. If not, I'm gonna cry. It is your go, Haruki. Let's give them a second, of course. It's a hard decision for Yorion as to which lands to really play from their hand first. We definitely need that third land of our own, though. Grim Dancer. Okay. So we're picking up where we left off. You know, this deck did go on a bad streak, but with the new cards, this is not it. So, you know, old data, but, you know, let's see what we can do with the deck overall. Our opponent goes first. We don't have a turn 1, only 2 land in hand. But the Fire Prophecy should remove whatever they play, and we should be able to progress from there. Do you think they're gonna play anything? Or do you think they're playing removal? Let's just go for it. If they play a creature, we should have held up our Prophecy and then got the Robber in with a clean attack, but I feel like they're playing removal, yeah. And you know that they're gonna remove our Robber. Like, how do they not have instant speed removal there, is what I'm wondering. Yikes. Let's just try it. Cover your eyes, kids. We get a call, and we get the construct on. I'm glad we went for it. Okay, down to 13. We can play our Fire Prophecy if we need to remove. If not, I think we Scion. They should be playing their 4th land into Binding of the Old Gods on the Robber here. Still giving us a relic to rain down with. Snakeskin Veil. ×2. It's got attack capabilities, ladies and gentlemen. And an Ozolith in play. Interesting. We get a land, which is great. Let's just push out our damage. Hit for 6. And then we have 2 additional damage. Down to 5. Feels good. Right where we left it. We have Depart the Realm, which is new. We have Goldspan Dragon, which is new. We have Frostbite, which is new. We have Dual Strike, which is new. We have Snowlands and our Faceless Haven, which is new. So there is quite a bit in the deck that's new. Look at this guy, Mr. Big Hits over here. Let's grab Haste off the top. not haste, a land. It's kind of like grabbing haste off the top. That is the power of the Goldspan Dragon. Right? And of course, we had lethal even without the buff. We're at 2 in a row. Let's try to revive this deck from the grave and get that win rate up, 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 and get this percentage up. I've been playing so much jank, you guys. Like, the new cards are fun, and it's hard not to. We go first. The hand's not bad. I mean, we've got Champion, we have Robber and Removal. If we draw an island, we have Scions. If we draw anything, we have Relic Robber. It's not that bad. I mean, I do hope we pull that island sooner than later. Pretty please, can I have an island, sir? Bloodchief's Thirst. Reasonable. Well, I mean, that does activate our Relic Robber at least. And we have less cards, so we get the draw. And the Haven is a rogue, of course, as well as a knight. Really cool tech there. They must have instant speed removal, but we still have to go for it. I don't think they do. Nice! Oh my gosh. That's how it rolls. That's the beginning of the end for them. If we pull a 4th land, Faceless Haven's attacking as well. If not, we just Robber. We lose the Robber. Oh my god. Right off the top, baby. My name should be Mr. Top Decks. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm good at it. 3 additional damage. They're down to 5. Gulp. And that's another win. 3 in a row. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Our opponent goes first. As a lot of land. We've got turn 2 Disruption within Petty Theft Stomp for what is our most reliable turn 3 drop I've ever had. Let's not reveal ourselves yet to be Izzet. Let's just be like, hey, we're a mono blue tempo deck or something. Look at my snowlands. Oh, Ozolith. Let's activate defenses. Phasers are armed. The Mentor in play. Look at their lands. Like, what? They're glowing. No Snakeskin Veil. Perfect. That life is going to fade quickly via our Relic Robber. But they could put tokens from creatures onto their Goblin Constructs, we need to remember. So it's not all good, but it should be fine. We have 2 Petty Thefts. Right? If they play a creature. If not, we just play more Relic Robber. 4 land in play. Mentor, sure. Luminarch Aspirant sucks. I mean, they should probably go on the construct, but that's a good move. This does not feel good. Right, they can do that exact same thing. We're just giving them attackers. Okay, this actually sucks. Right, they're gonna do the exact same thing again. And now this other construct's a 2/3 as well. We get hit for 4. They're only getting hit for 2. We're gonna get absolutely hammered next turn. But we just keep giving them attackers. It's like not gonna work. Right? This is a good matchup for them. Oh my gosh. So they need defenders. So the Mentor and the Aspirant can't attack unless they've got creatures in their hand that can defend. Like a Lovestruck Beast and Token. We're getting hit for 6, 7, 8, 9. We get in there for 4 damage. No, okay, we get over for 2. I think we have lethal still. Right, because they get an additional token here. Wow. That was close! Wow, unless they can gain life here somehow. That was incredible! Faceless Haven saves the day. They might quit here. They might control-alt-delete the game. Straight up uninstalling it, you guys. That's clutch. We were, like, gassing them up so hard, and they knew it. Oh, no. Roping? Ouchies! You know it's best when someone, like, you get that perfect move and then it's just nothing. You know, they immediately just close the game right there. That's the best kind of win you can get. That's, like, so much more than just a win. Am I the only psychopath here that gets reward from that? Or do you guys really like when that happens as well in your matches? Let me know. Make me feel human, please, in the comments below. While you're there, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We have 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize monthly tournaments, Brawl and Artisan on MTG Melee, 100 one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, and we do get through. They didn't quite give up, but they finally let it go through. And yeah, what a great match, and we're on a tear right now. Going first, I'm gonna mulligan this, look for a better hand. This could be it. It also might not be. Playing against Yorion, so Frostbite can go. Maybe. This is gonna be a tough match. I feel it. I feel it. It's gonna be awkward. Let's get that in for later, a little cheaper. Get right into our Scions, right? And then just try to make that work. Valky takes our Bonecrusher Giant. Why would they take the dragon? That doesn't make sense to me. They see that I can remove Valky. Literally not making any sense to me. I guess it's just the sight of the hand, but they still should have taken the giant. Unless they have another, right? So we know they have removal. But they're still going to have to target it. That's our turn. You know, we could even take the damage, bounce it back to our hand. Maybe. Our turn. I guess. They have to counterspell this? I'm not sure they have counter magic, though. They do. Okay, nice. Dealt with the dragon, right? And they get to use that because they seen what our hand had. And we played right into it like a sucker. I thought we were in the clear, though. I honestly thought that we'd get away with it. We've been really lucky so far, so, you know, might as well push yourself, right? That's a baby shark. And they're tapped. I don't mind baby shark, because we just grab trample here.
There is no virtue without bravery.
Down to 10, potentially 11 if they block. Now we have the option to tempo in, right? So it feels pretty good here. Binding. What are they going to bind? Oh my god, we've got mana. Houston, we have ignition!
Courage is the greatest virtue.
Aye, with the knowledge to direct it.
Oh, that's the... that was the wrong keystroke there. I meant to give the robber trample. LOL. I'll take what are my left and rights for 100. We will be okay. We will be okay, right? It's gonna be just fine. Gonna be just fine. 5 cards in hands. You know, we have Planeswalker. We have our Borrower. Another Binding, which is fine. Let's just game. Let's actually get that damage in here. Unless they have more removal.
Face your fear and charge.
Faceless Haven comes in as well. And that should get the job done. Yeah. Oh, we almost threw that match, you guys. Almost threw that one. We've not dropped a match since we started. Let's see how far we can go with this streak. Going first seems kind of awkward with this hand. I'm gonna be honest. I like this a lot more, right? So we take the risk, throw it back, and we get rewarded. I'm gonna toss the Borrower. And just Robber Scions, I guess. Maya's in studio. Whoops. There she is. Robber gets us the draw. Unless they have Frostbite, which I'm assuming they don't because we get the draw here. We get a land. All right, a little worried. I think they're just gonna remove us. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just get right back at it. Hopefully we get something we can play. Oh my gosh, hot dog. That's a dragon, baby. I want to play that. We'll take the 2 damage, but we'll remove the giant with our own Frostbite. And we pull another. Oh my gosh. Let's get the Scions in play. We know it's a confirmed drop.
Seems we've encountered another hurdle on our quest.
We hit for more damage as well.
Virtue without bravery.
Right, Maya? Yeah. Get him, girl. Living that cat wheel life. Right? Hey, Maya? This is what we do with all the dead time. They have their own Robber of the Rich. Now, does it hit us or the Scions? Nice, both of them. 2 of them. That's pretty heavy. That's some heavy shenanigans right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord.
Oh, I think so.
I mean, we can deal with it. Let's take the attack first. See what we get from the pile. Nothing really good. Let's clean it up. They could be dropping a dragon here. That kind of worries me. We have them down to 8. We have Scions in play. She just doesn't stop, I swear you guys. That's how our whole computer's generated. The power grid is from this wheel. And, you know, she also generates these wins for us. I'm starting to think. Let's toss this. I don't like it very much. This looks better. Let's toss a Haven away. Our opponent's playing Snorion. We're ready to rip. I guess let's just go right for it. I think they liked that. Hola! Hello, good game, happy Hydron. Or I guess the love one. Omen of the Sea, that's okay. I mean, Yorion's gonna do Yorion things, right? We pulled a land. Oh, it's Esper. Esper Snorion. Oh! Oh! I mean, we could have flashed in there, but I think just the attack is okay as well. They'll probably take Into the Roil. There's no getting around that. I'm not going to bounce it, like, you know what I mean? It's just... doesn't matter, man. They're holding instant speed removal to hit the Haven. So we need to pull the removal with the Borrower. Or they just do that, right? But this allows us to actually get that Borrower in play now. They don't know we have the dragon. That could be what saves us. How do we beat Yorion, though? Like, we had such a slow start. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lose our graveyard. Doesn't matter. I don't know, man. Melitus is fine. Really? Okay. Borrower in. Dragon out. Oh, cancel. Dragon out. I always think it's 4 mana for some reason. We hit for 7. And Yorion will enter and will double smack it, right? Because they want to play that blocker. Unless they wipe the field on us here, that would be heartbreaking. Frick off, Randy. We had that game if they didn't have a wipe, right? This is just a good game. There's no reason to stay here. Actually, there is one reason to stay here, really quick. That being said reason. They still get a massive draw. Should we concede? Everything in my core just screamed to concede. And then the evil side of me said, kill their Yorion and then concede. But then it's like, well, let's make them work for it. You know what I mean? Then the true evil side comes out. You know, we're slowly leveling it up. Not roping anyone yet. Not playing rogues. I'm not going to play it yet. A third Omen. That's really cool. Are you main decking Yorion too? You have 3 more Yorions. Land. Nice. I love that. How long do we just sit here? Oh, they do have other main Yorions. Nice. That's dirty. Running Yorion as a companion and in your main deck. Oh! Woof woof! I'm not sure at which point I started that. And I'm also not sure at which point it caught on and transformed into a meme. But the Wolfgang is for real. We're going to get some merchandise, some swag for the Wolfgang eventually. And, you know, more decks like this for the Wolfgang, of course, as well. Straight bangers. I love taking an older deck of mine and upgrading it with new cards. It's amazing. It worked good before. It works even better now, I find. However, I'm always open to improvements and adjustments. Constructive criticism is how I got to where I'm at today. 20,000 subs strictly through failing and asking all of you guys for your help. How would you fix the deck? How would you improve it? What's wrong with it? Use your big brains. Hit me up in the comments. Be nice though. I'm tender. I'm sensitive. And we're gonna make the best decks that we possibly can as a community. Thank you guys all again for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to help support the channel for free. We have 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize is every month, and tournaments, and you know, all this other stuff going on. Everything you'll need is in the Linktree link description below. Google Hello Good Game Linktree, you'll find it. It will always have my up-to-date links for you guys to check out. Anything new, it'll be there first before anyone even knows, before it even gets announced. It's gonna be in there. You'll be like, what is this thing one day? And you'll be, shh, don't tell anyone when you find stuff that's not supposed to be announced yet. Okay, big woofs. Thank you guys all again. Take care. We'll see you in just a few minutes in the next video. Peace.